Well, here it is, July the 18th. Hot as it could be outside, and getting late on a Sunday afternoon, almost 6 o'clock. I haven't recorded since January. You might want to know why. I'll tell you real quickly. My iPhone locked up and tried everything, including taking it to the store, the iPhone store, and have them work on it. And nothing came of that. Finally got around to buying a webcam, which is what I'm looking at right now and recording on. And so I'm back to normalcy, it would seem, and that's the name of this little tape, Back to Normalcy. Well, we've been through quite a bit since January, haven't we? It's hard to believe that we're still here, even though circumstances have changed for the worst, if you ask me, and ask my neighbors here in our retirement community. We all have these nice little apartments in the complex. It's like a big hotel. It's well kept and fairly new. I've been here right at 10 years, going on my 11th year, and kept it up pretty much, as you can see. I do all the touch-up paint and everything. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to continue with my discourses on yoga philosophy, and I'm James Exum, also an old yogi, also known as Sakshi, which means the witness. I'm the witness to history. I'm also the witness to my own consciousness. And here we go. Let's go ahead and start. I'm just simply going to turn this over to my subconscious, like I do a lot of times, and just speak from my soul and from my heart, and not worry about a script. One thing I've noticed in the news, I try not to watch any particular videos of the man that's causing all this and his minions in the Senate and in the Congress. I try to skip past all that. Why give him my time when he's trying to soak up all the time in the world he can suck in before he goes to his rest? And may he rest soon. I'm not saying anything bad about anyone. I'm just saying he's old, he's tired, he needs a long, long nap. And may the good Lord, the Creator, bless him with that as soon as possible. They say it's not good to speak badly of the dead, and I won't. Once he passes, I'll just simply say he's dead, and that's good. It's good for the world, it's good for America, and it's good for Americans in general. So, how do I explain what I went through? Did I go through depression when I couldn't come and make my videos with you? They're more than just a hobby. They give me immense satisfaction to create these videos on yoga philosophy. And you say, well, how is this yoga philosophy? Well, this has to do with enduring. This has to do with patience. This has to do with this video has to do with keeping self-control, and that's all part of yogic practice. And when you fall away from doing any of those, you're falling off the road that leads to bliss. And what is bliss? Bliss is simply a highfalutin term for happiness. And I want all of you to be happy. I want to get back to my happiness, and maybe this videotaping, this videography work will get me back on my chosen path, which is happiness and teaching. The world, as we see it, is a lot worse off than it was. No matter what they say in their speeches before the Congress, and what they say about our former president, and what they say about anything, because you can tell the world anything and hope they'll swallow it. But this has been too many prescriptions in bottles that all contain bitter pills, if you ask me. We've put up with a lot, and we've had to swallow a lot, and we've had to bite our tongues a lot. And that's good, because you don't want to bring any future negative problems down on yourself or your family or your community. So bear patience, and that's part of bliss also, is being patient and staying on the right path. You don't want to fall into the trap of someone coming after you later if they happen to win again. That would be a terrible thing, in my opinion. So go out and I'm not going to get into the actions of politics by telling you to go out and vote. That's up to you, but also the circumstances are up to you if you neglect your patriotic duties. So what can I say today that will fill part of the time of this new video, this latest video? January was a long time ago. Let's see, we're in the 7th month. January was the 1st month, so it's been about a half a year since I've spoken. I've written a lot of essays, which I'll delve into those and start using those as the talking points, so to speak. Not the bad talking points, but the fresh talking points to future videos, and share quite a bit with you from those. I've covered a lot of subject matter in my paperwork that I've been spending time on lately over the last few months. And anytime I'm listening to YouTube or the news or anything, and I hear a phrase that catches my ear, not my eye, but my ear, I just write down that simple phrase because I see that's the seed. I understand that may be the seed for a future work that may go turn out to be a video, or may just turn out to be an essay. But either way, I'm sharing my thoughts and working my mind. And at 75, soon to be 76, September the 30th, I have to keep my mind busy and my brain busy. Of course, my soul is always busy, and my intellect is pretty darn sharp still. Thank the Creator, thank Brahman for that. And I thank myself also, because I work hard at keeping that brain busy and that intellect busy. I work very hard at it. Well, I gave myself a haircut right before I came online here, so to speak, or before the camera, and I think it looks okay. What do you think? It doesn't look too bad. I even trimmed up my beard a little bit. I was looking pretty darn shaggy. You remember Festus from the old Gunsmoke series? Maybe you don't, but that's how I felt. I felt rather haggardly and sort of like Howard Hughes stuck away in his penthouse and having the Mormons take care of him, and letting his toenails and fingernails rub long and his hair rub long, and, because I wasn't meeting the public much, and because I didn't, I just kind of let my shaving and my haircut go. But it's fresh now, and I'll be back, and I'll keep it rather fresh, I hope, for you and for myself. When I was a child, my mother said I had a little bit of pride. Well, I said, yes, I do, Mom, and she didn't think that was necessary. But then again, she was a good old Southern Baptist woman, and she believed in the good book. I've advanced well beyond all of that, being a student of comparative religions. I've gone well beyond Southern Baptism. I've studied yoga. I've studied the tenets of the Hebrew writings. I've studied the tenets of the Chinese philosophy. I've studied the Mayan religion. I've studied several, and I finally got around to settling down to the Vedic philosophy, which is the writings and the tenets behind some of the thoughts and relationship that I speak about. That's basically yoga based. Yoga is an old science. It's not religion, as I say in some of my videos. It's a science. So getting back to it, I'm a little long-winded now. It seems I'm a little unstructured. I'm a little bit off base here, and I'm not doing exactly what I want to. But at least I'm back, and this basically is a test. But I'm gonna go ahead and publish it anyway. So I'm gonna close with that, and I'm gonna say to you: be good to yourself, be good to others, be good to strangers. Remember, all of this will pass, and then we'll be back to that state of normalcy which I spoke of earlier. Goodbye. Goodbye and thank you.